Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to do a heads up, put this right in front of you right in the very beginning before we get into it. This video is not any riding on a trail. This is about a new set of wheels that I'm going to order. So I'm going to take you through the ordering process. I'm going to do the unboxing of the new wheels. And I want to kind of go behind the scenes on that whole process and what it's like. So that's exactly what we're going to do in this video. The next video is going to be the build. We're going to put wheels together on this bike right here in this garage, and then we're going to go out for that first ride and do some initial impressions. So if that's more your style, jump ahead to that video. But if you want to see what it's like to kind of go through the ordering process of picking out every little thing that is going to go into this new wheel build, then this video is for you. So let's get into it. I want to get a set of carbon wheels, and I started looking at all the usual suspects, right? I'm looking at Envy, Noble, Industry 9, Ibis, you name it, I've looked at it. And I started kind of digging through forum posts, and basically I'm interested in a little bit lighter weight, something of a completely different profile than the crappy wheels that came on my Specialized Enduro. They're Rovals and they're basically made out of milk chocolate. So what I'm interested in getting is carbon. I'm interested in getting a stiffer wheel, something with a fatter, shallower profile. And so that starts to narrow things down with the different ones that I can go with. So I've been scouring through the forums, looking at, everything that people have been posting about their experiences with different wheels. And I start to see this name pop up time and time again. Different forums, several posts deep into threads. Carbonfan. Carbonfan keeps coming up. And it looks like Carbonfan, there's a handful of these types of companies out there that basically it looks like they're the ones who produce a lot of the wheels for a lot of these other companies that then put their logo on them. So I start digging through the Carbonfan website and I found some really interesting stuff in there. They make tons of different profiles, and from the people's feedback who are posting on these forums, it sounds like they perform really, really well. You can save quite a bit of money going with a company like this where you're basically skipping the middleman. And if you don't care about having somebody's logo on your wheel, like I don't, then it looks like this is something that's actually doable. So what I'm going to do right now is look on the website. I'm going to go through the build process and we're going to build up a set of wheels and order them. All right, so let's do it. All right, so here we are, carbonfan.com, and what I'm going to do is go to mountain bike, view all mountain bike wheels and parts here. And the ones that are really interesting to me, like I said, I want a wide and shallow profile because I want to be able to get a fuller profile of the tire on the wheel, which ultimately allows me to run lower pressures in my tubeless setup. Obviously, still want to continue running tubeless as well. So what I'm going to look at here are these 2021 asymmetric carbon rims, and I have a 29er. And you can see right here on the page, it shows a diagram, a little section cut through the wheel. And I'm interested in the 42s because of the shallow depth. You can see that, if you go with the 40s, they're 25 millimeters tall. The 42s are 18.5. They also have 45s at 25 millimeters tall. So again, shallow and wide is what I'm interested in. Also, this asymmetric is nice because of the disc brake is putting more force on that side of the wheel, so they're kind of compensating with the asymmetric section cut through the wheel. So only got one choice for depth. I'm going to go with all mountain performance. I am not a downhill rider, and I'm going to go with wheels. And then you get to choose the hub model, and I am set on the Industry 9 boosts. I'm really looking forward to the engagement that they have. They've got like some insane number of points of engagement. It's like 590 or something like that. All right, so no hub upgrades. Yes, I want a pair of wheels. I'm just going to go with black hubs, 2x lacing, and then I'm going to choose my Axle sizing right here, I have Boost. SRAM XD driver is what I want to go with. I'm going to go with a 6-bolt rotor versus center lock, which I don't have. I want to take some parts off my old wheels and put them onto these wheels. I'm going to go with 32 holes. I'm pretty sure that this is an error on their site. I'm pretty sure that the Industry 9s don't allow 28 holes, only 32. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with the Sapum spokes. Those are really cool because they're like flat and they're also, I'm sure, a little bit lighter weight. I'm going to go with red nipples because that's kind of an accent color on my bike, and I'm going to go with external because I want them to be easily replaced. I want to go with a matte finish. If you hover over this little question mark here, you can see what the different carbon patterns are. I am going to go for subtle. I'm going to go with the UD version. I have valve stems. I actually bought a new pair of valve stems, which I'm going to show you guys when I do the build. I do want tubeless tape, although they don't put the tubeless tape on. Seems like something they want to avoid that risk of your tires being leaky. So they'll just send you a roll of tubeless tape. And I do not want a Carbonfan logo on it. You can do a Carbonfan logo if you want. Obviously, it's no charge either way, so I prefer not to have their big logo on my wheels. And do I want free shipping? Yeah, I do. All right, so after you kind of go through that whole thing and build up all of your settings for what you want, you scroll back up to the top here, and you can see the price for this and whether it's available or not. And that's it. Add it to your cart, you buy it, so let's do that. And now that they're added to the cart, you can click on the cart and you will see exactly what you've ordered with a complete breakdown of all of the settings that you chose when you were building them up. And then you proceed to checkout and you buy the wheels. All right, I can't believe that I just pulled the trigger on that. Obviously, it's a big expense, and it is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I knew what I was getting into when I bought this bike with the wheels that came on it, and that eventually I was going to replace those. So they did email me a confirmation that they got the order, and they also said that it takes about 20 days once they have all the parts to actually build the wheels. And then it takes 1 to 3 months for these wheels to show up because of all of the COVID-related shipping issues that have been going on. So it's gonna be a while, which is fine. I've got a set of wheels on the bike right now and they still work. So I will continue to ride it as is, but I cannot wait for these wheels to show up on my doorstep. I'm really excited. So now we wait. Oh, it's here, it's here. Ooh, ouch. That's not good. Let's see what's going on inside of here. Some more patches here. Looks like it's kind of been through the ringer in shipping. Well, let's open it up. All right. Set these down carefully. Man, they're light. You can tell. Ooh, it's looking good. This is the front wheel, 42 millimeter. Got the flat spokes. It looks like it made through shipping okay. And let's check this one. Luckily, there's a protective cap on there. It looks like it took the brunt of the damage that was poking out of the box there, so that's good. Oh, those Industry 9 hubs, those are crazy sound. But this looks like it made it through as well. Excellent. And finally, the rest. Some spare spokes, 4 spare spokes here with nipples to match, and rim tape. All right, there's the rim tape. Never installed that before, so I'm gonna have to watch a YouTube video on that one. All right, well, it looks like everything arrived in one piece without any major problems, which is excellent. And these things are super light. Can't wait to see what the weight turns out to be. And I love the profile for sure. So one thing that came up after I placed the order on the website, I was digging through some additional materials through their FAQs, and they talked about the ability to do custom decals. And luckily, I already had my logo drawn up in Adobe Illustrator because that's where I drew it, and that's the type of file that they wanted to receive it. But I also went through the process of drawing some additional diagrams with labels to show exactly how I wanted that logo to be placed on the wheel. So top, bottom. I also wanted one rotated so you could read it from one side of the bike, the other one rotated so you'd read it from the other side of the bike. So I think that through that process, where I actually diagrammed it out, showed them the scale that I wanted it to be on the wheel, because I wanted it to be like a larger scale, but also in that stealth color, so it didn't really pop out because I didn't want it to be an obtrusive logo. I wanted it to be subtle and stealth. So I felt like it came out amazing. And so luckily I was able to draw those diagrams and have that back and forth exchange with Arthur over the email, and they were able to do exactly what I wanted. So super thrilled with that, really happy with how it came out. And I'd rather have my logo on there than a Carbonfan logo or an Ibis logo or an MV logo or anybody else's logo. I'd rather have it be customized to me. So that's exactly what I did. And I'm thrilled with it. I couldn't be happier. Let's give these things a spin and see how they sound. These sound amazing. I can't wait to hear them on the trail. It's gonna be awesome. All right, for those of you interested in the weight of the front wheel that was shipped without rim tape, without brake rotor, without anything like that, 750 grams on the nose. All right, and the rear wheel, 886. Again, that's exactly how it came. No rim tape, no valve stem, no rotor bolts, no cassette, anything like that. All right, so here is everything that came in the box, and I would consider this a successful unboxing. Besides the actual box damage that happened during shipping, I do think this is probably the worst box I've seen out of all of the deliveries that we've had throughout the holiday season, which have been substantial because of COVID, obviously. But as a testament to the packaging job, it was totally sufficient to get these here in one piece. No cosmetic damage, no structural damage. They look absolutely perfect. I love how they look. I love how the hubs sound. And so next up, we're going to build up this set of wheels with the other components that I've chosen to complete this build. So cassette, valve stems, tires. I'm really excited to show you what I have in store there, because there might be a couple of surprises in there for you. So stick with me through the build of these, and let's get these on the bike.